1 Samuel 14. Is everybody there? It says, listen at verse 1. Just follow me. I'm going to jump from 1. I'm going to read a couple and I'm going to jump to 6 and stop where the Spirit tell me to stop. Is that all right? Now it came to pass. I'm already messed up. Just somebody shout, now. Look at your neighbor and tell them, now. It's now. Now. Anybody in need of a now? See, don't be deep. You need now. You've been waiting for a now. You waited all week long for this moment. Somebody say, now. Turn me up just a little bit, make me a little more natural. Now it came to pass upon a day. Somebody say a day. It's very, very, very important that you watch the writing here because it's a specification of what is happening. Somebody say a day. Which means that when this day came, it was already orchestrated and it was already ordained. Which means that there is a day that is orchestrated and ordained for you. Somebody say it's a day that's set for me. And this might be it. Do you believe it? Do you believe this just might be it? Okay. This might be the day. Okay. When you catch it, then probably you can get the ministry. Because you got to, well, okay, let me finish because I'm getting too happy already. He said, there came a day that Jonathan, the son of Saul, said unto the young men that bear his armor. He was talking to his armor bearers. He said, come let us and go over to the Philistines garrison that is on the other side. But he told not his father. He didn't tell his father because his father had previously been, disrespectful in a battle and lost the favor of Yahweh. So he said, I ain't got time in this season to have counsel with folk who's lost favor. All right, I gotta move. But look at verse 6. And Jonathan said unto the young man that bare his armor, he said, come, let us go over unto the garrison of these uncircumcised. It may be. Somebody shout, maybe. It may be that Yahweh will work for us. For there is no restraint to Yahweh to save by many or by a few. There ain't no restraints. He can do it. He can do it with a lot of folk. He can do it with a few folk. He can do it with a lot of money. He can do it with a little bit of money. He can do it with a lot of intelligence, or he can do it with a little bit of intelligence. It really don't matter. It's his discretion, and he has no discretion. He can decide to use or choose to do whatever he wants to. But we know that he can bring victory when he decides. So it's his choosing, it's his deciding that determines whether or not I get victory or not. Somebody say, he chooses this. I'm sorry, baby. As much as you like me, you can't choose if I win this one or not. This one got to come from... Father, help me stay calm. All right, so he says, it's his choosing. Maybe he'll work for us because it is his choice, and there are no restraints in him. That means that his capacity is unmeasurable. So whatever he decides, we're good. Watch this. He said, and his armor bearer said unto him, do all that is in thine heart. Oh, boy, help me. He said, listen, I need you to go ahead and do it. It's in your heart. So do what's all in your heart. Watch this, because we missed this part right here. It said, turn thee. Turn thee. Turn thee. Do what's all in your heart. Hey, turn thee. Then watch this next verse. He says, behold, I am with thee according to thy heart. Jonathan said, behold, we will pass over unto these men, and we'll discover ourselves unto them. Sit. He said, if they listen, if they say thus unto us, tarry until we come to you, then we will stand still in our place and will not go unto them. But if they say thus, come up unto us, then we will go up, for Yahweh hath delivered them into our hand, and this shall be a sign. This will be our signal to attack. This will be the green light to go. And both of them discovered themselves into the garrison of the Philistines. And the Philistines said, behold, the Hebrews come forth, the Hebrews come forth, the Hebrews come forth, the Hebrews come forth, the Hebrews come forth out of the holes where they had hid themselves, so you understand why we do Hebrew. And the men of the garrison, because they were the children of Israel, answered Jonathan and his armor bearer, said, come up to us and we will show you a thing. And Jonathan said unto his armor bearer, come up after me, for Yahweh hath delivered them into the hand of Israel. And Jonathan climbed up upon his hands and upon his feet, and his armor bearer after him, and they fell before Jonathan, and his armor bearer slew after him. Somebody say they got the victory. Oh, I want to lift this to you this morning, this subject matter entitled Standing on a Maybe. I thought y'all would get a little more excited about that. Let me talk to my drum over. I want to live for a subject matter today, standing on a maybe. Because we find here in the text that Jonathan said, now you got to get this. He said to his armor bearer, he said, listen, let us go into the Philistines' garrison and maybe. I ain't certain about this. I ain't sure, but I just got an inkling. Just maybe he'll work for us. I got a maybe. I don't have 100%. I just got a maybe in my spirit. Standing on a maybe. You got to get to the understanding of where Jonathan is right now, because they are in a very critical situation. And what happens here is Jonathan is coming out of a feeling of embarrassment, because what has happened previous to this text is that Saul has just dishonored Yahweh, and the prophet Samuel had already told him, look, you're going to be rejected because you didn't do what needed to be done while you were in the battle you just came out of. Y'all know the text, right? This is where he took some stuff and did what he wasn't supposed to do. And so now Jonathan, however, he is in a place in his heart where he really wants to see the company of Israel to really do some great things and to be respected and revered, because the ark of the covenant, the presence of Yahweh, is among them. Now you got to get this, because after all this is over, if you read the end of the 13, it's a very critical place, because the text says that nobody in the company of the children of Israel had a sword save Saul and Jonathan. So they didn't have any weaponry, but Saul and Jonathan, they were the only ones that had swords. But then we move in to this whole dynamic where now Jonathan is at a place that he wants to go to battle, but he wants to go into a battle that is already seemingly difficult to win, because he is the only one that has a sword. Oh, y'all, his armor bearer doesn't have a sword. His men doesn't have a sword. Nobody has any artillery to really fight at this next level but Jonathan. Somebody say, but Jonathan. I want to suggest to you that in this season that the Father is taking us into, it is going to cause us to operate at a place that it seems like we are insignificant, but really we have the significance and the advantage to do what the Father has called us to do. And I want to help you to understand that there are going to be some places that your faith is going to push you, that you're going to be standing on a maybe. Maybe I will survive. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll get the victory. Maybe I won't. But you're going to have a burning desire in your spirit. And I want to help you. It is Yahweh that gives you an inclination that it is a maybe. Because the majority of us are waiting on a sure thing. The majority of us is waiting on a sure thing. And that's the problem with us, is that we're always waiting on a sure thing. And maybe what the Father wants to do is has you pushed to a place that you don't have surety, because it will force you to trust Him. Maybe he's not going to give you a 100% understanding that you're going to come out of this and you're going to make it, because it's going to require faith for you to really trust him at the level that you're standing.